Teaching is like being a superhero. You're helping students become the best versions of themselves. A fantastic teacher can totally turn a student's world around. But let's keep it real. Teaching is no walk in the park. It's actually pretty tough. Would you believe that almost half of the brand new teachers decide to leave within the first 5 years? And get this, a whopping 2/3 of all teachers think about saying, "I'm out." Plus, teachers sometimes face more struggles with alcohol and drugs than other folks. Yeah, it's a bit of a heavy load. Now, you might be scratching your head wondering why on earth would anyone sign up to be a teacher? Well, here's the deal. Being a teacher can be pretty awesome with lots of good stuff, but it's also good to know the real deal. Before you drop a load of cash on a degree, you gotta weigh the good and not so good parts of being a teacher. Let's start with the challenges and then wrap it up on a positive note with the good stuff. Teaching is not your typical 9-to-5 job. It's more like a never-ending adventure with extra duties, planning sessions, grading papers, parent conferences, professional development, coaching, and a bunch of other tasks that make the day start before school officially begins and extend well into the evening. Finding a work-life balance, that's like trying to catch a shooting star, super challenging. Teaching often feels like a 24/7, 365 days a year commitment. Once you step into school, it's like hitting the fast-forward button. Forget about leisurely bathroom breaks or a relaxed lunch. There's barely a moment to breathe. Before the first bell rings, you're already gearing up for the day, tackling emails, answering phone calls, and handling unexpected student needs. Then, you dive into 6 to 8 hours of non-stop classroom instruction. But wait, there's more. You're not just an educator, you're a babysitter too. Public education is mandatory, so schools end up acting as a temporary parents while students are around. Your role is to keep them safe and fed. And only after that, you get to focus on the teaching part. Oh, and let's talk about being a classroom manager. People are messy, and kids, well, they're a whole new level of messy. Students come in with all kinds of feelings, hungry, tired, angry, troubled, sad, you name it. Your mission? Engage every single one of them and push them forward academically. Sounds like a superhero task, right? It is, but here's the kicker. If students struggle or fail, even if it's not entirely your fault, you might still get the blame. Now, about the money. Teaching isn't exactly a gold mine. Sure, some states pay better than others, but in general, you're not raking in the big bucks. And get this, the cost of your education might not match up with what you're bringing home. Retirement plans? Yeah, those vary from state to state, so choose wisely. Teaching is like a roller coaster. It has its highs, but there are some stomach-dropping lows too. Bonuses are a rare sight in teaching. Now, let's talk about sick days. Teachers usually get around 12 sick days a year, in addition to regular holidays and school vacation days. If you don't use those sick days, then they can really add up and even contribute to retiring a bit earlier. It's like having a safety net for when you really need a break. And speaking of breaks, teachers get some pretty decent ones. Most school systems have 2 to 3 months of summer break, a week off for Thanksgiving, a couple of weeks for Christmas, and another week for spring break. It sounds like a lot, but trust me, by the end of August, you'll be more than ready for that summer break, and Thanksgiving might seem like a distant dream. So, despite the challenges, there are some sweet perks to being a teacher. Making a difference in the lives of young people is hands down one of the most significant reasons to become a teacher, maybe even the biggest. It's a job where you give your all, and the beautiful part is that it's worth it as long as you're mindful of not sacrificing your health and family. Teaching is like being a real-life superhero. You have the power to save lives, and the impact you make will extend far beyond your time on this planet. Every day, you have the incredible ability to make your students' lives better. Whether you're in the teaching game for a single year, 2